Hello, I am Sentimus Prime, and here I will be showing you how to build the Mandalorian defense base using the parts from the LEGO Star Wars set number 7536-3, the Mandalorian N1 Starfighter Microfighter. Now, first and foremost, I'll be showing you a good long look at the parts that you would need to build this defense base, or to build all the components for the defense base. Now, as usual, you can see that some sections of the build are pre-built for the sake of not making this take too long, and also partially to help me memorize building this while I show you how to build it. And also, there's a few reasons why I do this. But let's start building. But with that, we start building. Now, first and foremost, we're going to be starting on that Beskar spear. Now, we're only going to need 5 parts for this. That are these 5 parts. This is a pretty simple construction. We just take this bar piece. We take this 1x1 rounded stud with a hole in it. Just poke that through. Then after that, we attach the cone on and attach it onto that stud. Then after that, we just plug this spike into the cone, like so. Then after that, you have a really nice Beskar spear for your Mando minifigure. Now with that part done, now let's move on to Grogu's little pod. Now first we're going to start with this part, why not? So for this, we're going to take one of these brackets. We're going to add a key orange 1x2 plate, attach it on like so, and then attach it onto that stud, and then with the other stud, you attach this gray jumper plate, like so. Okay. Then after that, we take another one of these brackets. Then we attach it onto the anti-studs under here, making that work. Then what we do is we take this inverted studded slope piece and this light gray 1x2 cheese wedge. We attach it onto these 2 elevated studs, like so. And then with the remaining 2 studs, we attach it to the anti-studs under here, under the side with the jumper plate, like so. Then after that, we take one of these 2x2 rounded plates and attach it onto the remaining 2 anti-studs. Okay. Then after that, we can take one of these types of brackets. Okay, and we take another 1x2 key orange plate, attach it on the anti-studs of this part, and then you attach 2 of these translucent 1x1 round studs with the hole through it, and you attach those onto the studs on the sides, like so. Then after that, you can take this part, another one of these 2x2s, who round plates, and this part is like nice, this nice smooth part. It's very interesting. Anyway, you take this part and attach it to the anti-studs of this part, and then what you do is you take this and attach the black studs onto the anti-studs towards the side with the overhang. And then once you attach it onto there like that, making sure that the side with the thruster details are pointing away from this flat side. Then what we do is we attach this, layer this on top of these two, of these parts. So we basically attach these anti-studs will attach to these studs, like so. Pretty simple so far. At this point we can take these two parts, a 2x3 plate, and this semi-cone piece. We can attach those on top of each other, and then we can attach the stud onto the center anti-stud with the axle hole in it, like so. Then we have a base to build it off of. Then after that we can work on the sides. So for this side, we're going to take one of these corner plates. I'm going to take this stud shooter assembly, loading it and attaching the gray part onto it, the trigger onto it. It's not going to be that complicated if you know how to build the sets and stuff. But anyway, you attach this anti-stud at the end to this stud up here, like so. At least on this side you will. After that, you take one of these key to orange 1x1 rounded studs. You attach it to this stud here on the actual corner, like so. And then on the remaining stud, you attach one of these. One of these dark gray 1x1 rounded studs with the hole through it. So you could just attach it onto there, like so. Then after that, you take the 1x2 cheese wedge part, you attach it to the two studs back here, like so. Then with the remaining stud, you take a 1x1 cheese slope and attach it onto there, like so. And of course, you're going to be mirroring this sort of build. Then after that, you take one of these slopes and another one of these key to orange 1x1 studs and attach it onto the elevated anti-stud, like so. After that, you can build another one of these, and then you can start the assembly. These are going to be attached to the studs on the side, so the key to orange anti-studs are going to attach to the front two studs on the sides, like that. Then the back two studs will attach them onto these anti-studs over here, so like that. And then after that is all nice and assembled, then we can take Grogu and attach him onto there, like so. And now with Grogu's defense pod done, now we can work on this, now we can work on like the barricade, like fort thing. Interesting. So, we're going to start off with the front, the middle front. So we're going to take this part, alright? We take this piece, the 1x4 plate with the 2 studs on either end. We're going to attach that to these 4 studs down here. After that, you take a couple of jumper plates and attach these on either end, on the studs on either side, on either end of this bottom layer of studs, making sure that there is a overhang off of the base part. Do that with the other side, and then what you do is you take the other one of these semi-cone pieces, you attach that to these 4 studs up here, you attach them to there. Then after that, you take this, and I've heard this part referred to as like an ink, like as like a feather, like ink, like case, ink, like bottle or whatever. It has a bar connection on the top of it. So what you do with that bar connection is you plug that bar connection into the stud on top of this part, plugging that in like so, forming some sort of makeshift barrel. After that, you turn it around and then you attach a 2x2 plate onto these 4 anti-studs down here, like so. Then at this point, we can set that aside for a second and work on this little bit. So we take this brick with the singular stud on the side. Again, this is a very interesting piece. Do like it. We take another jumper plate, attach it onto that singular stud, but don't attach it like normal. You attach it to the middle connection, like making sure that the stud grips onto these 4 spikes rather than each end, kind of like so. Okay, so not like this or this. You're going to be building it like that. Okay, then after that, we take a trans clear 1x1 cheese slope and attach it to the jumper plate stud like so, making sure that the taller end is facing down towards these anti-studs. And then after that, we can attach the studs of this little assembly and attach them to these remaining 2 anti-studs up here, like so. Alright, now we have that done. Now we can work on this assembly. So starting off, we'll start with this part. So we'll take a 2x2 plate. No, it's a tile. No, it's a plate. We take the 2x4 plate. That's what I got wrong. Not the fact that it's a plate, but the fact that a 2x4. Anyway, we take the 2x4 plate, then we attach this Technic compatible brick, the 1x2 Technic bar, the axle hole with the axle hole. We attach it to these 2 studs up here, and then you take this cylinder brick with the texturing around the sides. What you do with this part is you attach it onto these 4 studs down here, like so. And then after that, you take whatever wedge piece you're working with. So on this side, I'm grabbing the 1x4 wedge that has the right hand overhang, has the overhang on this side. What we do is we layer this on top of these two bricks, all nice and neat. Next, what we do is we take this Technic piece and we take a green 1x1, a trans-bright green 1x1 round stud, and we attach it to the Technic hole, to the Technic pinhole of this part, like so. Then after that, you can plug this into that black brick right there, so you could just push that in, but not all the way, unless you want to. But for this build, I'm not doing it all the way, so we can see more of that little details, little texturing of the part, which is nice. After that, we can quickly attach these two parts together. So we take a 1x6 plate and a 2x6 plate and a 1x4 plate, and then just attach the 1x4 on the anti-studs of the 2x6. And that'll come in play later, but for now, let's work on this. So, we take this interesting, sort of rounded off 2x6 plate. Very odd, but we're going to be using it. I do like it. I do like how rounded it is. I can sort of imagine someone using this as like a beetle wing design. Very nice. But anyway, we take another one of these studded slope pieces. We attach it onto the two anti-studs right here. Attach them onto there like so. Then after that, we take this cone piece and attach it onto the two studs over here and the two studs from the studded slope, like so. Then after that, we take this nice sloped piece, we attach it to these two studs, this stud at the end and this stud right here. We attach it onto there like so. Then after that, we take another one of these 1x1 round pieces with the hole in it. We attach it to this stud right here. We attach it to that stud right there. So it's just going to go there. Then after that, we're going to attach this section. We're going to attach these two studs on this brick section onto these two anti-studs on this section. So we're just going to attach it like so. Then after that, you can take the gun and this remaining, you can take this gun and this 1x1 rounded translucent blue stud with the hole in it. Then you just plug this into that hole, making sure that the gun basically goes through the side with the anti-stud, like so. This part ain't really needed for the build, but I'm just adding it anyways. And with that, we can now put this together. So, we take this part. We attach these sections to either ends on here. So these two studs are going to attach to these two anti-studs, like so. Gonna do the same for the other side, and yes, you're gonna mirror after building this, and you're gonna mirror this side as well. So you're just gonna attach that onto there. Then after that, we can take this section and attach it onto these anti-studs. The end anti-studs on either end of the side sections and the 4 black anti-studs from the 2x2. Attaching this, make sure that this 1x4 is facing down towards the ground for an extra base. And then after that, you plug this gun onto here. And you can and it really doesn't matter. You can plug it into the section in between the 2 anti-studs. You can do it on either end. You can holster it up there, or heck, have it on either of these ends. It's really optional, or just choose not to have it at all. That's fine too. This is really just a random inclusion, but with that, that'll be it. If you enjoyed this build through, if you enjoyed this building process, consider to like and subscribe, and maybe even comment if you want. And of course, I will be posting again sooner or later.